I think we have to come to terms. I know we have to come to terms with reality, and that the biggest issue we have as human beings today is human selfishness and the human ego trying to be the great savior of the world. And it's like, why do we need saving? Because of the human ego. Aha, there you go. All right. So when you get all these people, well, science is going to solve all our problems. It's like, why do we have problems? Mostly because of science. Okay. Extortion, exploitation, manipulation through extortion and exploitation, mechanization of excessive, compulsive, irrational, egotistical, narcissistic, competitive behaviors. Okay. So most of the problems in the world today are caused by, excessive, compulsive, selfish narcissism, for over-exaggerated self-importance because egotistical perception, right? And that's most of the problems in the world. And no, two, all right, so that's, get on up out of here, right? When you can do something, Elias, can you help me with my sewing? Mother dear, I will fulfill your every wishes and keep the whole world in stitches, right? You don't have to spend all day, every day, doing something to justify your existence to live here. Be it art or restaurateuring, singing, fighting, running, jumping, The main reasons why we had that young man in New York kill those people at the NFL building, was because he was angry. Because the excessive compulsive behaviors made it feel like it ruined his life, any hope of a good quality of life. So he's ready to take out the people that destroyed his life, even if it meant, if I'm going to go down, some of these fuckers are going down with me. That was where he was at, psychologically, mentally, and emotionally. Like the Luigi Mangione kid, Can't enjoy sex anymore. My body's told I'm going to go get these healthcare people. And okay, what did you do to make it to where you can't enjoy sex anymore? Did you get to a point where it's like, I shouldn't do this anymore? It doesn't make for a good quality of life. There was a kid that played basketball at the University of Arizona. His name was Ray Smith. Okay, and Ray hurt his knee one too many times, and the doctors told him, you do this, you're going to have a horrible quality of life if you keep this up. He said, okay, I'll go to school, find something else that won't put my life into a horrible quality of life, and I can keep a good quality of life, because it's more important to make love with your wife and have kids and enjoy gardens and holidays and Thanksgiving and breathless kiss, Reaching out, breathless kiss, never thought it would feel like this. That's way more important than winning a Super Bowl and kissing a fucking trophy. Okay? That's retarded, okay? Your wife ain't a trophy and your kids ain't a trophy, right? So you got to understand that selfishness begets selfishness, and that you can sit there and blame all these wackadoodle, excessive, extremist scientists, but, go to a Mexican prison. You don't have to go to a Mexican prison. Go to any prison. All right. And then go to a college, and then go to a military academy. And you're like, fuck, we suck again, right? Yeah. And it's not so much we suck again. It's like we haven't stopped sucking for eons. Well, let's take off that hat and get happy to make Eon laugh so he don't turn into snow there, man. Yeah, okay. Have a happy. We got to sell more stuff at Gimbals. No! No more sell Gimbals. No Manaki, no Shinaki. It's Malaki but Ma. Give chocolate milk to the toddler. Okay. To understand me. Okay. There will be hell to pay if you don't. Oh, Natalie. Oh, I remember that was hard because we were staying at Val's and Dave's, and they have the old Christian thing. And we'd put her down, and she'd cry and holler. And so what are you going to do? I'll let her cry and holler herself to sleep. I got the door open. She's not being tortured. There's light in there. She just doesn't want to go to bed, but she's tired. I can tell. It's just Natalie, And then, well, go beat her. I'm not going to go beat her. So I'd come in and put my hand over her mouth and look at her and tell her, Natalie. And she'd look at me with those little brown eyes. Please go to sleep. The right-wing conservative Christians want me to beat the hell out of you. And they're driving me crazy, so please just be quiet. She'd sit there and look at me and go, what? It's like, I know this is hard to understand, Balaki, but Mama, please. Okay. I remember that. She was so cute. And she'd sit there and look at me like, what are you doing? I'd cover her mouth and go, just go to sleep. You're okay. I'm leaving the door open. It's not scary. Okay. We're right outside. You can hear us talking. That's why she was upset. She wanted to pass out there. When I had her in without the right-wing conservative Christians, it's your time to go to bed. All the kids are going to bed. If she's not going to bed, the other kids will want to stay up. Okay, I get it. So she just, well, the other kids can't sleep. I know. I had the same thing with her, with Patrick. When Patrick's got to go to school, and Natalie wants to stay up till 2 o'clock in the morning because she was on her mom's schedule because her mom had a night schedule. And it's okay. Some people just... It's corduroy pants again. Parents just don't understand, right? So you explain it to people. It's like... We don't live in a cookie-cutter world, okay? And especially if you're fucked up economics, we're really out of whack, so give the toddler some chocolate milk. No! Okay. My Ray Ray. I love Ray Ray so much. She's one of my best little buddies. Yeah, she really is. We've been through so much together. It's like... Most of you couldn't even conceive how much we've been together and how much we were there for each other to protect each other, because most of you aren't sadistically jealously and you don't have all the scientists in the world and all the... See, on the right side, I was seduced by the devil and David Rockefeller and homosexuals and gangbangers and thugs and all that, and I was a terrible person. Okay. I had lost my way like Herschel Steinschneider. And I was the Manchurian candidate, and they had to get, we'll eventually get our own Jesus candidate. We'll get it from good, wholesome families that watch Veggie Tales and vote for the right people, right? And so that was the right, because they were spying on me and judging me instead of just loving me and appreciating me the way I tried to do them. But that's really hard when they're spying on you and manipulating you, and you're their latest science project, and they're saying, oh, okay, you tried to turn me into a science project. They tried to turn me into a science project. I tried to be a human being, but I'm the crazy batshit asshole that's going to get us all killed according to your science projects. Righty then. No internal locus of control on any of these people, huh? So you're sitting there, shit. Natty, just go to sleep. They're crazy. I'll get you chocolate milk. I promise. I love you. You're so cute. Okay. So that reminds me, too, when me and Amy, we got pictures of it to prove it, too. We took her out in the snow. We were excited. She gets to go snow. Oh, she hated it. This is definitely a tropical girl here. Yeah. Okay. And she went on her honeymoon to Hawaii. Yeah, she obviously didn't go to Iceland or the Netherlands or Norway, eat lots of pickled herring and stuff. No, she likes warm weather. I think Patrick liked his first. Noah hated it because it made his hands freeze, and but Natalie had gotten used to it by then, and she was hitting me in the ear with slush balls, and you little shit, because I've had to take care of Noah. I have video of that too, yeah. And Luna rubbing her butt on the snow and the ice and the snow, and Natalie laughing her butt off. Yeah, she's cute. I was up on the mesa, yeah. She's a good kid. She's a good kid. Good friend and a good fellow survivor and protector. Yeah, she's my bud. Okay. With Noah, and Emily and Kate, those are my kids. Okay. Natalie, we just didn't have time. We were like friends. She grew up and she was having to be like the protector mother figure to all the abuse of her mother. And she protected me because I protected the kids from mom. And mom was being abused by the military. I didn't understand it till we ended up at Fort Huachuca, and then I was like, you rotten fucking son of a bitch and bastard fucking sweet. And I tried to explain it to Amy, but she just, she was having sex with all the hot guys that wouldn't give her the time of day if she wasn't my wife. Yeah. She didn't figure it out. I never really sat down and explained it to Natalie, because Natalie goes, I don't understand. She goes, I'm not the best looking girl in Cruises, but all the guys are all on me. I said, I think it has a lot to do with me, but the thing about it is you probably are one of the best looking girls in town. You have charisma that's, yeah. You're very attractive and you're very charismatic. And she didn't think she was. Like Selena's sister said, Suzette, she didn't think she was, right? And you're like, no, you are one of the most sexually charismatic girls in town. The other girls are cute too. Yeah, there was when we were walking, because Natalie, when we went on the thing, she had a crush on the teacher, but she was like, and the other girl, and I said, yeah, the other girl's really cute, and she's really nice, and she's really shy, and she's really sweet. But yeah, You guys are, equally cute. But Natalie just had a little bit more of a charisma to her, And the other girl was just really pretty and sweet. And I was like, oh, yeah, and I told her, yeah, no, if I was in the class, I'd have a crush on the other girl. Natalie's like, why? You talk too much. I'm just kidding. We had a relationship like that. Me and Natalie were funny, And so, but yeah, it was pretty cool. Yeah. We had a friend-like relationship because it didn't get that way till Amy used that was hard. But it wasn't Amy. Amy was being abused by the military. We don't know if Amy would have been as, quote, bad of a person as all the psychologists said, because it's like, you do know you had the worst scientists in the history of the world. Yeah, I'm a rocket scientist. You're a liar. Get the fuck out of the house or I'm going to have to fucking kill you. And I say that affectionately. Okay. Forgive dead and trespass, love, and faithful peace. I look at it the same way as when I told the scientists in the military in Sierra Vista, you could take my money to Mexico and you could run off with it and spend it all, and I'll go back to work and start again to pay you to live here to survive until, peace reigns. But you take my daughter off to Mexico and you rape her, you put her in a brothel, and I'm going to hunt you down, I'm going to kill you. And what they don't understand is when I came back here and they took my kids away, all I could hear was those prayers of those girls in the brothels. The brothel industry in Mexico before COVID was horrid. And they had no intention on stopping it. They didn't stop it. They just cleaned it out. During COVID, they killed them all because they couldn't afford to take care of them because no one would pay to have sex with them because they didn't want to die having sex with a piece of property. And then they opened up the border and the girls could be cyber porn stars instead of, they could make money off of their own sexuality instead of other people do it in a horrible way. But either way, it's horrible because we're not living the Lord's Prayer. Pretty bad. Yeah. And me, it affected my Amy real bad and affected my Natalie real bad because these perverts were, Epstein files. Fuck you and your Epstein files, you fucking bags of shit. There's not a damn one of you I want to meet and or like. Okay? Do you understand? This is our planet. This is our world, given to us by the glory of God and not by the files of your fucking egos. Okay? Give the toddler some chocolate milk and shut the fuck up. Okay? No, I'm not moody. I'm just a very good person tired of being abused by a bunch of moody bitches that act like I'm a moody bitch. Okay? Yeah. Now that's Earl mad now. You should have heard some of the old videos when I had on Facebook when I'd cuss and scream and, oh my gosh, veins and, Rah! Well, any normal person would get sick and tired of this bullshit and let you have it every once in a while, but I'm very calm now. Well, I got the quirks working, so I'll quirk it. Rest of you jerk it, I'll quirk it. All right, peace out.